Hey guys, it's Marcelo from REEF Catalyst LED and Hampton Roads Reef Club. So I did a review on the Aqua-Mag rocks, and again they're here for display on my 110-gallon fish tank. And the guy from Aqua-Mag's Jim, he actually gave me a call and was like, "Hey man, I'm really digging your LEDs," and he actually wanted to come by and pick up a couple. So he did come by and pick up a couple. And you know, some of the people who watch my YouTube videos were like, "Well, I see some of the Aqua-Mags. Can you like show us what they look like brand new?" So Jim gave me some brand new samples. I'm gonna show you them right here, okay? And these are the type of samples that he sells. They're basically, you got the long one right here. See? And then you have a smaller one. Now that's kind of cool because it helps you diversify how you want to aquascape, or what kind of frags you want to put on your tank, and how you want to set things up, whether you want to isolate them or put them together on one long Aqua-Mag. The really cool thing is he's got this thing right here, and he calls this the frag mag. It's basically a rock with a magnet connected to it, and you go ahead and you glue on a frag, and you can actually put it up on the wall, and it gets pretty good exposure to light. And I was telling people about this, and some people were like, "Well, what's the difference between this and me just gluing the frag directly onto the back of the wall?" And I told them, well, when you glue it on, you still got to break it off if you want to move it around, especially if your coral starts growing and you need to be able to position it somewhere else. So with these right here, instead of you having to break off the coral, you can easily transport it from location to location. And I'll show you how. Now mind you, if you leave the coral on there for a long enough time period, some people are like, "Well, what if the frag gets too big and too heavy and the magnet can't support it and it falls off?" Honestly, if the coral grows onto this mag and it grows big enough, it's more than likely going to be encrusting too. And by that time period, it's going to encrust onto your tank wall. So here we have the frag mag. If you can take a look at it right here, this is me moving it around. See? So you got your frag glued on, and you can easily move it from location to location without any issues or problems. So in case you need to move it away from a more aggressive coral. So again, this one right here is really cool. I can't wait to glue on a frag and see what happens with it. I'm going to show you here. I'm going to show you specifically why I like the Aqua-Mags. Okay, for one thing, they're very porous. I mean, if you look at them, I mean, a rock of this size, you're looking at maybe 2 to 5 pounds, depending on the density. But these rocks are very light. In fact, they're so light. And again, look at the pores, so porous. Right here, my Aqua-Mags are festering with aquapods, and my copper band, he really doesn't eat anything else other than copepods. Maybe every so often he'll be nibbling on some of the food that I put in the tank, but more so the copepods. Now check this out. I'm going to put the rock in here, okay? Let me show you how light this is. Look at that. The density is very minimal. Very light rock. Now what I'm going to show you here is my tank glass is almost an inch thick. I have one of the more old school kind of tanks, and a lot of people are like, "Well, these magnets are kind of small. How is this rock going to stick to the wall if the magnet is not going to be strong enough?" I have the thickest glass you're probably going to have on any kind of fish tank. I have almost a 1-inch thick fish tank. I have no Euro braces. This is a 110-gallon tank. You're looking at maybe 1,000+ pounds of water circulating through this fish tank, okay? So I'm going to take this right here. I'm going to go ahead and pop the magnets on. There you have it. So in case you're wondering how strong these magnets really are, 1 inch thick, or approximately, it's about 0.75 inches of thickness of tank glass. And here we have the Aqua-Mag magnets holding the Aqua-Mag in place. So again, use it use it as a frag rack. Me myself, I use it kind of like a frag rack, but I like its capability to create the most excellent aquascapes. A lot of people like to stack their stones one on top of the other, and people always ask me, how come you have no issues with cyanobacteria, red slime, red algae, diatoms? And I tell them, for one thing, you got your power heads, the other thing, the lack of a sand bottom, but the biggest and most important thing I feel is that your rocks are spaced out in a way that the water can circulate in and out of the rocks. And with the Aqua-Mags, I've created one of the more excellent aquascapes that a lot of my customers have seen. They always come by and say, hey man, how did you do that? And I tell them, hey man, it's the Aqua-Mags. You put the Aqua-Mag on, you start stacking your rock, and you utilize the Aqua-Mags kind of like braces, and it creates a more multi-dimensional effect than your very one-dimensional stacking of the rocks. So again, this is my review of the Aqua-Mags. I love them. One of the biggest things I told people before that I messed up on was, as soon as I got my Aqua-Mags, I dumped them right in my tank. Make sure, just like I'm doing now, you gotta put maybe a power head in there as well, but make sure you rinse off the rock, get all the bad stuff, all the extra elements off the rock, and then once the rock is fairly rinsed out, you can go ahead and put it in your tank. Okay, so that's my Aqua-Mag review. I love these Aqua-Mags. I always refer them to friends. People purchase them and enjoy them and appreciate them. So if you're looking at diversifying your tank, changing it from a one-dimensional tank to a multi-dimensional tank, or even just using your frag mat for to grow frags on, check out aqua-mags.com. Again, it's aqua-mags.com, and take a look at the products. I think you'll be very, very pleased. So my name is Marcelo from Hampton Roads Reef Club. I hope you enjoyed this product review. If you have any questions about the Reef Catalyst LEDs, this is my Impulse that I've got up there right now. It's a very excellent hybrid Cree LED unit with a moonlight strip and 24-inch T5 high output tubes, and they're pushing out about 24 watts each tube. You can check me out on reefcatalystled.com. It's reefcatalystled.com. Alright, y'all take care and happy reefing, okay?